guys, Miss Charlie here with another project pan. This is for the month of June, what I have used for the month of June and what I will be using for the month of July. So we're going to go through what's in this basket, which is my progress from the month of June. So we'll get started because there's a lot in here. Okay, so I'll start with the primer and the setting mist. For face primer, I use, primer spray. I used the LA Girl primer spray, and this is all I have left down in here in the bottom. Not much at all, so I'm going to pour that into what I'm using for July, which is a MAC Fix Plus. So I'm just going to pour the rest of this in here, and that will be an empty. And then setting spray, I have my Professional Super Setter. There's still a bit in here, so I might go ahead and use this up as well for July. For face primer and moisturizer and eye cream, I use the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench. I love this. This is a nice light moisturizer for the spring and summer, not too heavy. You don't need very much of it, so it takes you a long time to get through, which makes it well worth it. I love Peter Thomas Roth products. The Elemis Pro Collagen Advanced Eye Treatment. This one is, let me see if I'm able to see where it is. I think I can. Yep, there it is. I will mark it here. That's where it is. That's where she is right now. You only need one pump of this. Comes in a pump. You only need one pump. That's all you need, and that will cover both eyes because it's a serum, so it's liquidy. Very liquidy like that, so that will cover both eyes with one pump. So that will make it, you know, you get your bang for your buck, because Elemis products are expensive, but I got this in a BoxyCharm. But this was my eye cream. Really enjoyed it. And then for my face primer, I used the Dominique Blur and Moisture Serum Primer. It comes in a pump, but it's, you know, has a pump, but it comes in a tube. When I use this together with these two together, it made my face kind of look oily and dewy and wet, and I don't like that. I like a semi-matte. So I try to by themselves, and it worked best by themselves. So I can't use both of these together, especially now because it is very humid where I am right now. So these two didn't work together in the humidity, but if I just put this one on, it was fine, or if I just put this one on, it was fine, but I could not use them together. For lips, I used the Lucky Chick Lip Scrub in Sweet Vanilla. It reminds me of the one from e.l.f. Like just the e.l.f. one in a pot form. It was fine. Didn't really have too much dry lips right now, again because it's humid, but I still use it. You still used it to get any excess and just texture off if needed. And then the Cab Lip Oil, this one is in lemon. It came in a duo of lemon and lime. I already used up the lime one. I love these lip oils. They stay on your lips. They keep your lips moisturized. I put it on before makeup, and it's still on my lips when I'm finished. I love that. And I also use it when I'm not using makeup. I do it for my nighttime skincare. I always put on a lip oil or a lip balm before bed. And this is where she is. This is where she was, up here at the blue line, and she is down here now. So had good progress on this, and then I will also put progress that I had on this or any other ones that I've gotten some good usage out of. You'll see those weights. For concealer, I used my Born This Way. This one is in golden, this one is in caramel. Yeah, in caramel. These were a good match, mixing these together. And these bottles are huge, so if you're not looking to buy any concealer for a while, pick these up, because these things will last you forever. It's like the size of a foundation, which will last you a long time. I also use these kind of like a foundation if I'm trying to do a quick makeup, you know, just run out for a little bit, just to put this on and cover any darkness or whatever, and even out my skin tone, and powder, and done. So these are very good concealers. For brows, still using my KVD Franken brow powder, still got some in there. Used the Wet n Wild pomade in brunette. I didn't have to add any Duraline to it, it's still moist in there. And then it has a brush on the top, so you can use it on the go or for traveling. The e.l.f. wax stick, still didn't measure this because you only need a little bit. There's still quite a lot in there. Put this on after I do my brows and then just comb it through. The Wet n Wild Color Icon pencil and See My Brow Now, still have some left. This lasts for a long time. I might go ahead and put it in with July to try to get it used up. The e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil, I really enjoy this. Still quite a lot in there. I just need it to outline my brows or maybe fill in the front and then comb through, and it comes with a spoolie. And the Anastasia brow gel. This was in dark brown. This, I didn't really use this, and it has been used in quite a few project pans, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter her because I do have other brow gels that I like more, and they're clear. But this is the Anastasia brow gel. So those were my brow products for the month of June. For powders, I used the Be Pure Essentially Ageless. This is their translucent powder. It's not like the other one that's infused. This is a different one. And then the Full Spectrum CoverGirl Matte Ambition powder in tan golden. I got some good progress on that. I want to try to get this used up by the end of the year. They don't make this anymore, but I do have a powder, another powder from this brand that's just maybe a shade lighter or darker on the spectrum, but I can still use it. So I'm trying to get her used up by the end of the year. And then this Simply Ageless one, translucent, I did not like it, especially under my eyes. Now on my perimeter of my face it was fine, but mixing these two under my eye, this did not work very well. It looked dry, it settled in my lines because I have, lines under my eyes. I didn't enjoy it under my eyes, so maybe when I pull it out again, I'll just use it for the perimeter of my face and not under my eyes. I had to change my background because that powder got all over the other background, so pulled out another one. It's all right. The backgrounds that I use are usually just little towels or something like that. This one is a tablecloth, not a tablecloth, a placemat that I got from Dollar Tree. I use those too because there's a perfect size for my background, but this is just a placemat. So if you're looking for something to use for a background when you're doing these type of videos, use a towel, use a placemat from the Dollar Tree, something like that. Nothing, no, don't go out and spend a lot of money on the background. It's just background, and you can wash them and good. But anyway, for my foundations, I brought in my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate. This I like during the humid months, not in the winter time, because it does show texture that I don't even know I have, or dryness, but it's good in the humidity. And then I mixed it with my CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made in D20. This is warmer, this is cooler. And then I also used my Laura Mercier, the new Laura Mercier foundation that I got a sample of from TJ Maxx. This is in 4NZT. And then I forgot to mention, I also got a sample of the Sephora Best Skin Ever. This is in 3UP from Sephora as well, and I used that concealer as well. I had to mix this. I don't like it by itself, so I did mix it with the Born This Way to get a better coverage and longevity, but by itself I don't really like it. The Laura Mercier is fine. It's nice, but I still mixed it with my others, and I always mix in this little container I get from the dollar store. So I have enough for the month. There's still some in there. Don't need much. I don't wear a lot of, I don't cake on foundation. I just put on enough so that it evens out my skin tone. For bronzer, blush, highlight, and contour, I have this blush. This is from ColourPop. This is from the Tinkerbell. This is in Darling. It is like an apricot peachy blush with a sheen. Orangey blush. It's very pretty. Very pretty, especially on my skin tone. This is really pretty. So that was my warm tone. I always have a warm and a cool. And then for the cool tone, I have the Half Caked in Bloom. This is in Day and Night. And this is like a mauve, a rosy mauve. So my cool and my warm tone blush. For highlight, I brought out my Wet n Wild's loose ones. This one is in all Grown Up, and this one is in Written in the Stars. This one is my warm toned one. As you can see, that's very warm. It's like a copper. So pretty. These are so smooth. They'll last you forever. Forever. So if you just got these two, I don't think these are available. These two colors might not be available. I know this one isn't because this was part of their Zodiac series. But if you find a cool tone one and a warm tone one in these pots, you will not have to buy highlighter ever again. You can just use these two. But they are absolutely stunning. Beautiful on the cheeks. I love them so much. So that was my warm and cool tone highlighter. For bronzer, I used the ColourPop Paradise City Super Shock bronzer. But this I use as a contour because it is dark. It goes on very nice over powder. It doesn't disturb my powder or anything like that. And then for powder contour, I used this CoverGirl Full Spectrum Matte Ambition powder in Deep Cool. And this makes an awesome contour as well. Got this from Dollar Tree since they don't make this brand anymore. And then for bronzer, I used the Viseart bronzer, this cute little packet here. And that's what it looks like. It's very hard pressed, so you'll have it for a long time, but I really enjoyed it. I just use a bronzer to blend out my contour, so I don't need much at all. But those were blush, bronzer, highlight, and blush, bronzer, highlight, and contour for the month of June. And lastly, we have eye primer, liners, and mascaras. I'm still using the same mascaras. I'm going to be using the same ones for July until they are no longer usable. The El Maquillage one, love this one for length. The Deli Plus Volume and Curl XL, love this also for length and volume. And the Fully Charged by Pure, this one is also great for volume. So you've seen those in the last project pan. You're going to see them again. So I'm not even going to open them or mention them. So just refer back to those videos if you need a reference as to what the brushes look like. For liquid liner, I have the Essence Super Precise Eyeliner. I love these. Get these for under $5. And they have a very precise small brush on them. Love, love, love. And then I did bring back in the Absolute New York waterproof because there were times when I needed a waterproof liner, like when I went to the dentist, because when they start working on my mouth, my eyes start to water. So I wanted to use this so my liner wouldn't run. and it is also a brush tip. I got this from TJ Maxx. It's very gorgeous. It does not run out when you're doing your liner. It doesn't start to, dissipate where you have to shake it back up again. It goes through the whole process with no problem. So if you find this at TJ Maxx, get one. If I see another one there, I'm going to get a backup. For liquid liner, I just used the Wet n Wild Color Icon Pencil in Baby Got Black. I have a backup of this too. It's just a nice black eyeliner. And then for eye primer, I brought out the LA Colors eye primer, the matte one. Get this at Dollar Tree. It works absolutely beautifully. So if you're, again, looking for an eye primer, you don't want to spend a lot of money, $1.25, Dollar Tree. Alright, so that's what was in the box for June. Now we're going to head over to what I'm going to be using in July. Okay, for my primer spray and my setting spray, I'm going to bring out my Fix Plus here. This one I believe is in lavender, and I do have a backup because I will buy them and mix them up. So this one is in lavender, so I will use that before makeup and also to set my powders. And then I have the W7, the Matte Fixer Setting Spray. I got this with some points from CVS, so I think this was only like $4 or something, but with my points I think I ended up spending, I think I posted on Instagram, I think I only paid like 38 cents for it after my points and rewards, so that was a good deal. So we're going to try it and see how it works. For lip treatments, I have my Amina Macaroon Scrub. I'm trying to get through this. It's getting there. It smells delicious. It's wonderful on the lips. It's a nice scrub. And then this gift that I received from my friend Andy from Andy Does Stuff. She sent me a nice little package of things, so I'm going to use one of the items that she sent me. This is a little sample of the Laneige Sleeping Mask. This is in Sweet Candy. Smells good. So I'm going to use that as my like lip balm or lip treatment. I use a sleeping mask during the day. I don't just use it at night. And then with the lip scrub, those will be my lip treatments for July. For my face primer, I'm going to bring out my Versali Skin Tune. I got this in a box. I think I got this in a drop box from Boxy. Still a lot in there. There wasn't a lot in there to begin with, but you don't need but a little bit of this. So I'm going to bring that out. It's a very good primer, very smoothing. For my eye cream, I'm using this Dr. Botanicals Aloe Vera Serum Eye Serum. And she's about right there where you see that line. You don't need much of this, and it does come out with a stopper. And like I said, it's a serum. It's kind of like the Elemis, where you don't need much. And it absorbs into the skin very, very nicely and very quickly. No smell, so that will be my eye under eye moisturizer. And then for my all over moisturizer, I have the Exfoliate Glow. You only need a tiny bit of this. This will last you a long time as well. It smells medicinal, which I don't mind. I don't mind medicinal scents. But that is my moisturizer, my eye cream, and my face primer. For brows, again, my KVD Franken powder. I'm going to use use this up. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Brow Pencil. Not much left. I'm going to try to finish that up along with the one that I was using in June. The Sema Brow Now one, I'm trying to use those up. And then bring in the Revlon Color Stay Brow Pencil. It has a spoolie on it, and it's one of those weird tipped ones. It's a nice consistency. I got this at TJ Maxx too. So still have a lot in there. Won't be going through that anytime soon, but I'm going to bring that in. My favorite clear brow gel, which is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. It has not molded. It is still looking good. Unlike the Anastasia one that I have that molded, this one is still looking great. This holds just like the Anastasia one for very much cheaper than the Anastasia. Even though I got the Anastasia one in a BoxyCharm, still the price difference is significant. Then the Jason Wu Brows Before Boys. This one is in Eddie. Got this in a drop box as well. Have to mix it with my KVD Franken powder because this is a little light. But this I use in the front of my brow, and then I can use that towards the edge of my brow. So those are brow products for the month of July. Concealers, I'm bringing back out my item, which is no longer available. This was my backup, but there's a lot in here. I love this concealer. I really do. It's got great coverage. And then the Natasha Denona. This is the Transfix Matte Concealer. This one is in red. Is it red? Yes. Red Rouge. This is light, this is dark. I like to mix lighter and darker concealers to get my color. Also, you can use the LA Girl foundation pigments to also mix in with your concealer, not just your foundation, to help get the right color for you. And this comes in 4 different colors, I believe. Blue, white, apricot, and yellow. I'll put the pictures of them here. But you can mix this also with your concealer to get your right color. For foundation, I mixed these Catrice HD foundations that I have. I have one in toffee beige and one in caramel beige, and one's too light, one's too red. Mixed them together in this Touch and Soul bottle because I finally used up this primer that I had for so many years. I still had some left in there. I scooped it out and put it in a little container, but the container is empty, so I decided to keep it because I like things with a pump, because sometimes you get foundations that don't have a pump and those don't. So I mixed them two together with my LA Girl foundation mixing drops to make my perfect color. So that's what I will be using as foundation. Powders, I'm using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Deep. She's down to here. These will last you for a long time as well. Very finely milled. I think these are like, when I got mine, I think it was $5.99. I think these are like $6 or $7.99. I also like that there is a deep recess in there, so when you open it up, the powder is not sitting up higher, so it will go everywhere. It's gonna stay down in this little recess, which is awesome because you get those ones like this one. Even though it is a sample size, it'll give you an idea. This is the Derma Blend. See, this one has a deeper recess too, but some of them, the recess is higher, so the powder is just sitting almost on the top, so when you open it, it's just spilling out. I like deeper recesses in there because it's not gonna, come flying out when you open the lid. But this is a favorite. It has a no color. I mix it with, a darker powder. It sets my makeup. I have no problems with it. I've gone through plenty of these. This one is a little travel size, but I do have the full size available. It'll take you a long time to go through, but these are the two powders that I will be using for the month of July. Okay, for blush, highlight, contour, and bronzer, I have this Beauty Benefits pressed powder that I got from the Dollar Tree a long time ago. I love this powder. It is finely milled. It makes a great bronzer. It's supposed to be an all-over face powder, but it makes a great bronzer. For contour, I got this lovely gift from Andy. Again, she sent me a nice little package of things. This was too dark for her. This is the Melt bronzer in Malibu. This is their Ultra Matte Powder Bronzer. I will use this as a contour because that is too red for me to use as a bronzer, but I could use this as a contour very nicely. I appreciate her sending me some of these items. Thank you so much, Andy. And it was great to meet you. If you haven't seen that video of me doing a look that I wore to go meet her for the first time, because we've been talking online for a long time and we finally got to meet each other. I was so excited, so nervous. I'm so glad. I appreciate her for taking the time to come and meet me. That was an awesome experience. Let's see, we did that one. For another contour, I'm trying to use up this one I have from Pure. See, there's not much left in there. You don't need very much. This is a very pigmented product, so I'm trying to get that used up by the end of the year, so I'm going to put that in for July. And then for, let's say, blush, I have this e.l.f. palette. This is in light. I also have the dark one. You can still buy these. So those will be my like warmer tone. This was still cool toned and I mix it with that, but this will be like my cooler tone, excuse me, not warmer tone, my cooler tone blush palette. And then I have this Precious Minerals blush from Starry, which is through AOA Studios. This is in number 12. So this will be my warmer toned one. It's like a dark peach. I don't know if you can see it. I can see it. It's like a dark peach. So that'll be my warmer toned blush. Then for highlight, I have the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten in Tropic Hues. This is too light for me as a blush, so I use it as a highlight. I've had this for so many years and it hasn't gone down at all, I don't think, because it's a dome. You see, that would be too light for me as a blush, so I use it as a highlight. It's beautiful as a cool tone highlight. And then it's kind of between cool and warm. More warm. To me, I see more warm. To you, you probably see more cool. And then for an actual cool tone highlight, I have the Wet n Wild The Sweetest Bling. This was a limited edition. As you can see there, it says limited edition. For Valentine's, they had a few. I think I have all of those highlighters. And then you can mix it all together. And it's a beautiful pinky highlighter. They're so smooth. It's got a little bit, you can see it looks like it's a little bit of purple, but it's, to me, I see pink. So that will be my cool tone highlight. And then just for a fun highlight, I have this Copacetic highlighter. This is their Perfect Glow in Oh Ship Kelp Me. She sent us all of these. I am an affiliate of this brand. She sent us all of these, and I really enjoy these as well. If you like colored highlights, which I do. It's a beautiful green. Beautiful, beautiful, very smooth. And you can also use this as an eyeshadow topper. But that was blush, bronzer, highlight, contour for the month of July. Then lastly, same thing, using these mascaras until they are dead and gone. And then for eyeshadow primer, I have this P. Louise one that I took it out of the container and put it in here. So I'm going to try to get through that. It is getting a little dry, so I might have to bring in something else. But if it gets too dry, I will probably bring in my Divina one because I really enjoy that. But I'm going to try to see what I can do with this one. And then the Chula liquid liner. This one I had in a project pan and then I misplaced it. I didn't know what I did with it, and then I found it, so I'm going to bring it back in because I found it. These liners are awesome. Very good. This is a felt tip. I have the brown one as well. And then for a pencil liner, I'm just using the Essence Extra Lasting in Black Love. Very creamy and soft. And I want to try to get that one used up. So that was the mascaras, liners, and eye primer. I had also put into my project pan a while ago this Tarte lip gloss. The container broke. I had had it for so long and it broke, but I really like this lip gloss. I don't remember the name of it. I don't know if they make it anymore. I'd have to check the website, but it's just a nice gloss. It has, you know, like little different colors in it, but they don't really translate on the lips. It's very smooth. It's not sticky, and I wanted to use it up, so I put it in this little container, you know, the ones you get from Sephora when you ask for a sample. Keep these because these are good for traveling too. So if you have something that you only want to take a little bit of, you're only going for the weekend, you don't want to take the full bottle, get some of these. You can buy them online, or if you get samples from Sephora, keep them, clean them out, and reuse them. I do. So I have almost used this up, and I did put a weight of where it was when I started and then where it is now. So I've used this a lot. So if I'm doing my makeup and I don't want to use a lip color, this is what I've been using. Okay, but there we are. That's what I'm using for the month of July. You see my progress from the month of June. We'll see what we can do for this month of July. I thank you all for being here and hanging out with me. Let me know if you project pan. Let me know if you've used any of these products or any suggestions of ones I should try. Again, I thank you for hanging out and coming and seeing my project pan for June and July. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me here on YouTube and on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next project pan video.